Let's take you to the Tshwane Council. It has been plagued by delays once again as it tries to elect a mayor. The EFF has called for the Democratic Alliance to be held accountable for voting with numbers during the Speaker's election. It's not clear if the election will go ahead today. Govan Whittles is in Tshwane. It's do or die, make or break today. And so, Govan, what's happening at least at this hour? What more do we know? Is there a way forward?
Good afternoon, Dudu. You've joined us as a 2-hour caucus break is underway, called by the EFF. It's become custom during such elections, but that is the main question, whether or not the sitting will go ahead, whether the city of Tshwane will elect a new mayor, and what are the consequences for the city if they don't. Let's speak to Silas Brink. He's the Democratic Alliance's mayoral candidate, well, the candidate for the multi-party coalition in the city, hoping to get elected mayor. So let's begin with a comment by Mzi Khumalo, the MEC of Kokta in Gauteng, to Newzroom Afrika, saying that the city of Tshwane has 3 days to sort out its mess. If it doesn't do so within 3 days, then the MEC will intervene. What do you think?
Well, I think it's a very serious warning. I do agree that the councillors in Tshwane need to get our act together. That's why the DA and our coalition partners are here. We're ready to elect a mayor. We're not asking for caucus breaks. We have the numbers. It is really time that Tshwane elects a mayor who can put a government together to attend to service delivery, the finances of the city, to attend to the concerns of the Auditor General. But I would caution the MEC for local government, as I have cautioned Panyaza Lesufi, not to help create the conditions of chaos, which then opens the gate for intervention. I've mentioned before that Panyaza Lesufi, as leader of the ANC in Gauteng, has attended this meeting. He persuaded Murunwa Makwarela to make himself available as a candidate, as a puppet candidate for the ANC-EFF coalition. He has said at occasions such as the election of the mayor of Johannesburg that he wants to do the same thing in other cities. So the ANC provincial leadership in Gauteng is creating the conditions of instability, and it would be really a pity, and we would fight back against that, if they now want to benefit from the conditions that they have helped to create.
Do you think the sitting will go ahead?
If it relies on the majority of councillors, the DA and our coalition partners, certainly the meeting will go ahead. We've got no reason to walk away, to postpone. We're eager to elect a mayor. You should maybe ask the EFF and the ANC why they're calling these caucuses. Maybe they can give you a better explanation than they've given the Speaker.
We'll do that in the moment. Before we do, the DA had threatened to go to court over yesterday's adjournment of the motion of no confidence in the Speaker because of questions surrounding 10 signatures on the roll call. What's the latest?
So let me just explain why that is important. It was a motion of no confidence in the Speaker. It was a petition signed by the majority of councillors. The Speaker refused to call that meeting. He then arrived at the meeting that he refused to call, only to say that, no, it's not valid. This motion of no confidence in himself can't serve. It's like a judge sitting in a case where he is personally involved. It simply cannot stand. So, yes, the DA and our coalition partners will be going to court, and the point of that court action is to get the Speaker or the City Manager to actually table a motion of no confidence. If a motion is tabled, it must be debated. The story about the 10 signatures, the Speaker has not specified any of the details why he believes the 10 signatures are irregular. In fact, he hasn't told us which 10 signatures are irregular.
The EFF are saying that they want the DA and you to be held accountable over voting with numbers in that last election of the Speaker, and they questioned whether today's sitting can go ahead if you're not held accountable. What's your response?
I think it's an excuse to get this meeting not to go ahead. The EFF can go to court. The EFF can go to the police. They can do whatever they like. They shouldn't disrupt this meeting from happening. They shouldn't prevent the election from of an executive mayor from going ahead.
All right, thank you so much, Silas Brink. He hopes to be elected the mayor in today's sitting if it goes ahead, responding to the latest issues. George Machila is the secretary of the ANC in the Tshwane region, joins us now. Mr. Machila, let's begin with the commentary by the Kokta MEC in Gauteng, saying Tshwane has 3 days to sort out the election of the mayor and the leadership, or it could risk intervention by the MEC. What do you think?
Well, it is within his right as the MEC, because the law prescribes in terms of what needs to happen when there's no progress insofar as issues that relates to council are concerned. But ourselves as the ANC, We think we are capable. We've got enough capacity to can run council on our own. We need to be afforded enough time to do that. We are not for administration.
What's your response to the allegation that you're creating the conditions of instability and then the provincial government, which is ANC run, is benefiting from that by then threatening administration?
Well, it is unfortunate because as the ANC, we have not done anything wrong. I mean, you'd remember that these issues are around other parties, not the ANC itself. I mean, our councillors are always here in council to continue with council business. So we don't know why the matter is brought to our attention as the African National Congress.
Speaking about ANC councillors, there are a number of them which aren't here yet, or have they arrived? Could you tell me whether all the ANC councillors are here, and if not, where they are?
Well, ANC councillors are here. 74 of them are here. We can account for them. They are part of council.
Today's meeting has been described as one where the multi-party coalition led by the DA could secure the mayorship because of their majority. What do you think of the chances of that happening?
Well, we are not sure about that. I mean, it's something that we have been hearing over and over again. They speak of their majority, but every time after the elections, we emerge victorious. So we'll see. We are prepared. We just want this council to proceed because we believe it is properly constituted. So there should not be anything that destabilizes the proceeding of this council.
Who's the ANC supporting for mayor?
Well, we are supporting Offense of Cope.
All right, that's a new councillor just joining council today. You don't see anything wrong with that?
Well, capacity, capability, qualifications, I mean, academic qualification and expertise, experience or work experience. We have always wanted a person who will assist in terms of turning around the city. So he's the perfect candidate for us.
Thank you so much. That's George Machila, Regional Secretary of Tshwane ANC, joining us here during a caucus break. He's clarified who they're supporting for the mayorship, but the big question is whether the sitting will go ahead. EFF also earlier clarifying they'll support the same councillor from Cope. Once again, the EFF and the ANC supporting a smaller party to take up the mayorship here in the city of Tshwane. It's a strategy we've seen play out in the city of Johannesburg, here in Tshwane, and one that we expect to continue to Ekurhuleni, where the mayor, Tanya Campbell, will be facing a motion of no confidence within 2 days, and there will likely be another agreement forged between the ANC and the EFF to support another smaller party. Dudu, it's back to you.
Govan Whittles, sounds like it's going to be a long day and night. You stay hydrated out there. Thank you very much for that update.